3 points turned into 1 point. How do you make of the decision at the end there, and how do you feel like your team played?
I thought the team played well. I knew I had some concerns once our centre back got injured, because I knew that at that time of the game you don't want to lose a centre back, and they're a big team, and we were dealing with them fairly well. But the entire game came down to a game of set plays. All 4 goals were from set plays, and I think we had an opportunity to take the ball to the corner flag, but young player, a little enthusiastic, but the leadership on the field should have guided him better, because he can't hear us from the bench. So yeah, and then we got caught on the wrong side of Musi, had to foul, and they got the goal. I think it came off his back actually. I don't think he headed it, but yeah, it's unfortunate.
Yeah, one more.
Salter continues to perform. What did you make of his performance today?
Good balanced performance. Him, Akim, Corey. The front line, they did well. They put them under pressure, and Salter in particular looked very strong right till the end of the game.
And Carlos, go ahead.
Hi, Stephen. Policy got into the match, he got a solid game. Also, Akeem is the third goal he scored. I just want to know what's your take on that. My second question to you, following that, is what's your take on the officiating tonight? I know it's kind of a tricky question.
Okay, I'll answer that backwards. The officiating is not in my control. It's a difficult job, and you can only call what you see. But yeah. Other than that, I thought Akim took his goal well. It was difficult to take. He took it well. And what was the first part of the question?
Mateo had a solid.
Mateo came in. Corey was spent, and Mateo came in and gave us some balance once again, just to sort of freshen up the midfield part. And I'm glad for him.
Hey Stephen, so how happy are you that we're seeing people step up from the loss of Joe? We've seen Salter had a really good game, and Akeem looks like he's getting back to his best. How happy are you that we're seeing people fill the void?
Yeah, it's important. You can only deal with the players that are available to you, and those players have, they're taking on the challenge. All they have to do is remember these moments and keep pushing, and I think the goals will come, because we're getting into some good positions. We had corners and free kicks, and we had those sort of half opportunities. But I'm glad that they are coming up with goals, because the goals need to be distributed right across the attack, not just depending on one person.
We're going to send things over to Zoom page if there's any hands up for that.
Yeah, we can start with Mitchell. Go ahead.
Hey Stephen, I wanted to talk about your young fullback in particular. I thought they did a very good job of limiting Cavalry's danger out wide. Your thoughts on, I guess, the team's defensive performance in general, other than those set pieces? I think they, by and large, were able to limit chances.
Yeah, our pre-game discussion was about trying to limit the set pieces, because we know they're a big team. They're a big team. They're well organized on the set pieces. But yeah, the fullbacks did well against two very good players. Once they sort of caught the rhythm of the game, they did well defensively and in possession.
And you guys have a stretch of home games now. How important was it to put in a good performance in the first one and kind of build up some momentum?
Yeah, it would have been more important to win it, but it wasn't to be, But we need to continue to be difficult at home, get the results at home, and on the road we'll see what we can do.
Thanks, Stephen.
Thank you, Mitchell. Final call with questions for Coach before he moves back to the room. All right, Ryan, back to you. It looks like we're good.
All right, one more here, Carlos, and we'll wrap
Yeah,
it
one
up.
last question, Stephen. How's Core event? Was something like taking a little bit of a note, like at the game. How's he doing?
I don't know. I haven't spoken to the medical team, but he was at the point where we realized he needed to come off, and but I haven't spoken to the medical team. I know Peter has a massive lump on his head, but he soldiered on, and then I'll have to find out what the condition is with Santos.
Okay, thanks everyone. Thanks, Stephen.
Thank you.